Happy summer, guys. We all have a garden and we all know that these become plentiful. We get so many zucchini, so many squash. It's incredible. We run out of ideas. We don't know what to do with them. So I started to think about maybe some summer ideas for them. And I came up with a salad, actually. So, I mean, I've got 2 zucchini and then I've got yellow squash. And these always kind of grow a little bit weird. And this one was hanging on the vine and I picked him off. So, and then I have a little baby one here. So we're going to use some of these today. I'm going to actually grill them. Summertime, it gets hot in the house. If you don't want to use your stove, you can put these on the grill and they'll get a really nice charcoal taste to them. But today I'm just going to use the cast iron skillet, and you can get like the grill marks on it and stuff. It's really super easy and convenient. So I have a couple ingredients here. This is just basically like a zucchini and chickpea salad. And if you don't know what a chickpea is, it's actually a garbanzo bean. So it's part of the legume family. And these are really high in protein. So if you didn't want to eat like a meat, they're very good for vegetarians, but I'm not like a huge meat eater. You could eat these instead and get the same amount of protein. So of course I have fresh basil from my garden and I have fresh chopped tomatoes. But let me show you how to get going with these zucchini and how we're going to use them. And they're going to be delicious. So I have my grill pan heating up over here. And I'm just going to take the ends off of these. They've already been washed. And the good thing about my garden is that, you know, I don't use any, you know, pesticides or any of that kind of stuff. I would have to say they're pretty well organic. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice them right down the center here. And probably just like that. And I'm only going to use 2. And let me try a yellow one first. Let's see. These are a little bit more tricky to cut. They're not quite the easiest of shape. All right, so we have a couple of these. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put them on our grill pan. We're going to salt and pepper them. And I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil in my hand and rub it all over the top of the zucchini and the yellow squash. This way they don't stick. And then I'm going to get my towel here, wipe my hand off. I mean, I've been seeing on Facebook, everybody's gardens are doing so well this year because of the rain that we've been having. The humidity acts, you know, like a greenhouse. And it's just incredible. I was kind of shocked. I had vegetables that pretty much grew overnight. I'm also going to put some purple onion on here because, you know, we want to add that in there. I went ahead and cut that up ahead of time. We'll put some of these. Okay, and we're going to put some salt and pepper on them just for flavor. So we can go ahead. Remember, they have the olive oil on them already, so it'll stick. I'm just going to put a little pepper on them now. There we go. And we're just going to let them go for a few minutes until they get like those nice brown marks on them. Hi, Jack. Say hi, Tracker. They're getting nice and brown on there. That's all you need to do. Just let them go. We'll just flip them in a minute. I went ahead and I chopped up a lot of vegetables. I just didn't know how big we wanted to make the salad. But we can go ahead and get going with the rest of it while those are grilling. So the recipe calls for either cherry tomatoes or tomatoes chopped. And I have so many tomatoes from my garden this year that I went ahead and I chopped 3 like medium-sized ones. And, you know, I just quartered them up like this. And you can tell these are really super fresh. They're so sweet. They're amazing. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just go ahead and pour my chickpeas in there. And then I have red pepper slices, the ones that you get in a jar, just like this. Now this is a bigger jar. It only calls for like 6 ounces, and this is 8. So we'll probably use, or 16 actually, so we'll just use a couple of these in there. And these are going to add like a nice smoky flavor to them. We'll put that in there. So the only thing we're really waiting on now is the vegetables to get finished grilling. And then we're going to make the dressing while we're waiting. I'm going to check on these and see if maybe we can turn them over a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Now we're not cooking these through. You know, we're not gonna cook them all the way until they're soft. We just want them to get that smoky flavor to them and a little bit of softness. As you see, they're already getting soft. We're just gonna flip these over. Then we're gonna cut them and we're gonna put them in our salad. Get him going and get that one going. If I can get him to flip over. There. Okay, so we're just going to let them go. It just takes a few seconds. In the meantime, we're going to go make the dressing because every salad has a dressing. And this is super fresh, super easy. So like I said, this is, we're going to start with 1/3 cup of a really good olive oil because this is the base of our dressing here. So I'm going to pour up to 1/3 cup. And I'm going right there. And then I'm using sherry vinegar. Now, you know, they have balsamic vinegar and white wine vinegar, apple vinegar, balsamic vinegar. And this is a sherry vinegar. It's made with a different kind of grape. It's called like a Palomino grape. And it's sun-dried, so it gives a real intense flavor. But it's fruity, but it has like a little bit of a smoky taste to it. So this is 2 tablespoons of this sherry vinegar. If you don't have sherry vinegar, you can just use balsamic. You could use red wine, apple cider. I just like the sherry because I like that. Everything, it has like this smoky flavor to it. And then we need a tablespoon, a tablespoon here of Dijon mustard. It came out all over me instead of on the tablespoon. Yep. Oh, don't worry about my shirt. I'm just going to change it before work anyway. All right, we're going to put that in there. Let me get this off of here. 1 second. We've got a little bit of a spatula in here that we can, we can get it out of this for. All right, so that's a tablespoon of Dijon mustard that we kind of splatted out all over there. And that's going to add a little bit of a spice to it. So I'm just going to flip these one more time. They're getting nice and soft here. So like I said, you know, we don't want to cook the whole thing. And we'll just go ahead and flip him one more time. They smell good, don't they? Mm-hmm. Okay, and now this is 2 teaspoons of garlic. So that was already chopped. So we've got our vinegar, our oil, our mustard, and our garlic. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in a cup of basil. So it's probably hard to tell like a cup, but I always go by like a handful, you know, and I'm just going to kind of chop it up, break it up, and put it in there. That's probably enough. I don't know. We'll see. You can always go by taste. And then some salt and pepper, just a little bit here. And we'll just put a little bit of that in. And a little bit of pepper, and that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an emulsion blender. So if you don't have one of these guys, it's an excellent tool because otherwise you'd have to put this in a blender or a small food processor, but instead you can just get this. You can take these tops off, wash it in the dishwasher, and then just put it back together. We use it in the restaurant. It goes down into cans and stuff. So we're just going to put it in here and blend this all around. It's going to do all the blending for you. Okay, and while we're doing that, we're going to add just a little bit more of the olive oil. It's pretty much just to eyeball it to see, you know. There we go. Nice and easy. And while we're done with this, our vegetables are done. And there we go. We're just going to take this out and put it in the sink. And now we have a beautiful basil vinaigrette. Okay, these are done. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to take them off. And we're just going to cut these up. Turn. Oh boy, JJ, you are sloppy today, huh? Gracie, I'm surprised the dogs ain't all over that.
Sleeping.
Oh no, here he is. Chuck, you like zucchini? Okay, so we have these done. We're just going to take that over there. I'm going to take our knife. We're just going to chop them up. Just like, see how easy they chop? Because they're not all the way done, you know, through, but they're soft enough where you can just slice them up. And guys, this is a really good recipe for summer. Use all those zucchinis that you have because people run out of ideas, including myself, for zucchini. I mean, you can do those zoodles now, like they have like all that, you know, like those spiralized ones. Okay, and we're just gonna put these right in here. I do have a bench scraper. Yay! Finally. Alrighty, and we're gonna put them in, and then we're gonna add our onions. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks nice and healthy. We're always making pastas and all that good stuff, but this is also good, okay? And then we're just gonna throw our purple onion in on the top. And get these into the pan. One more little guy into the pool. And now we're gonna add in our vinaigrette right on the top. And then we're just gonna mix it up. I had somebody yesterday, what is she choking on? I had somebody yesterday actually ask me for the ingredients ahead of time. They wanted to make it for dinner time, and they did, and they sent me a picture, and it was beautiful. Okay, so we have all these nice ingredients together, and the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of feta cheese on the top. Now this is salty. Do you like feta? Kind of. Or we won't add a lot then. And look at that. A beautiful zucchini summer salad. Now I actually got this recipe from this website that I follow a lot. It's called Wise Guide. He's you know, just a cook and a gardener and everything from way out in Iowa. Great recipes, simple like this. So I saw this and I said, you know what? I think everybody would probably like to try this. So shout out to that website. So are we ready? All right. Fork for you and a fork for me. All right, I want to get some chickpea and a piece of, actually I'm just going to dive in. I want to get a piece of zucchini, chickpea. If I can get it on my darn fork. You got it and I didn't. What'd you taste? Everything.
Everything, yeah. I got the tomato, I got the chickpea.
The tomatoes are great because they're from the garden and they're sweet.
Yeah.
And the chickpea is a little bit meaty.
I did get the basil. That was good. God, it's so refreshing.
Isn't it good? The zucchini is done just enough where it's soft but it's not mushy.
Right, yeah, I do like that.
And the feta is surprisingly good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to get a grilled onion this time because I love them.
Yeah, that's good.
Definitely a hit for the summer. Look how pretty it is. Mix it up right before, I would say, right before you get ready to serve it. Add the feta. You could probably mix everything together and wait to put the dressing on it and then dress it right before you're getting ready to serve it. So that's just one idea what you can do with all those summer veggies. Chop them up and grill them. You guys have a great weekend. You want some zucchini, Chuck?